Hey guys, so this is the third take of this video because I did any mistakes. Last time I didn't put my micro in front of me and you couldn't hear anything, and right now I've got everything ready as I needed. So right now we're going to talk about the ban list, and we're doing this because the European and the North American Championship is right around the corner, and that's why we have to talk about some generic cards, or like not generic cards, especially Snake Eyes, that needs to get hit right now, because we've seen this in almost every national. It won many nationals. It has almost all the toppings, I don't know, seats, places, whatever. So it topped almost every I just need help with this sentence. My brain is dead right now, because the deck just topped. Well, how did I say it correctly? I'm just really weirded out right now. So the deck topped, like almost all the decks that topped were Snake Eyes, and that's the thing I wanted to say, but I didn't find a way to say it properly. But right now you've heard it, and that's where I will just go on. So in my opinion, there are 3 cards that need to get hit to make this deck not dead, but be on par with all the other decks. So the first card is Flamberge to 1. You might think, okay, Flamberge to 1, weird. Of course, almost all play 2, but then they will just play 1. Okay, but that's only the first step. The second step is Snake Eyes Oak banned. And with that, we already have really less ways to get the Flamberge out of the deck. Like, pretty much one. First you had Snake Eye Ash and Snake Eye Oak, and now you only have Ash. Then this will also make it so that the original Symphoid Spoils isn't that good if you don't have a good level 1 fire monster. So pretty much the only viable deck right then will be the Snake Eyes Fire King, and Snake Eyes Fire King is pretty fine, but also without Oak it's not that strong. And that's where the third hit comes in handy, is Divine Temple to 0. And now you might think, why is he doing this? Because yeah, it's a weird hit, but as you look at the decklist, almost all the decklists played Divine Temple, also the Fire King Snake Eyes decklist, and I don't see a problem in Fire King Snake Eyes if they don't have access to Oak and the Temple, and that makes the combo of the deck way weaker. Of course, then the Fire King variant will probably be the better one, but I do think this is still fine, because having 1 Flamberge and Ash into the Fire King Ponyx is super fine, as long as they don't have the Extender and Divine Temple, and also the Oak that can summon back the Ponyx that will just give more follow-up. Because if you turn 1 and you got through your Poplar and through your Ash and your Ponyx, then you summon back with the 1 Oak you have left, and not the 1 Oak, the 1 Flamberge you have left, and then you can summon back the Ponyx, which will add nothing because most players don't play a third spell, and if they do, they brick more often. And the Ash, which will just add another Ash or another Poplar, but the Poplar will also add nothing else. So this will just make the deck so much less versatile. And also you could play Dramatic Chase, but Dramatic Chase is way weaker than Temple, because Dramatic Chase also has the graveyard effect to summon out of the spell trap zone, but it's just way less versatile. You can only set the Snake Eyes Diabetster or the Diabetster, and you can, yeah, if you don't have, like, for example, if you have the Flamberge, it's okay, but if your opponent crows the Flamberge, then you immediately lose, because you don't have follow-up, you don't have the interruption in IP into SP with Flamberge, and there's just a lot of cards missing right there. So I do think this would be really good hits, which would weaken the deck, but it wouldn't kill the deck. And yeah, that's the main take of this video. Then we've got Brandit. Brandit is, you all know, Albion is the problem. Special summoning a monster to your opponent's field generically is not fine. also, I know Gimmick Puppet is also not fine, but if Albion would, for example, say special summon a monster that mentions Albas, then it would be way more fine. Nobody would care, and the deck would be super fine, but being able to special summon anything to your opponent's board is just weird. Of course, you could ban every card that's toxic to special summon in your opponent's field, like the YuGiOh or the Gimmick Puppet Nightmare or the Ras Disciple, but there are way more of that, and there are also other floodgates you can summon, which don't affect the special summon ability, but other cards like I think the Dark Angel, the Destiny hero, which prevents you from activating spell cards. So I would just hit the Albion, which is the more toxic card. And yeah, that's it about the Brandit deck. Then we've got Tempai. For Tempai, I would just give them a little slap on the wrist and just say, okay, Sanguine Summoning to 2. I don't see it as a problem right now. The deck is pretty much fine, but in the upcoming format with the Infinite Forbidden Legal, the deck will get definitely way stronger, and that's why I do think that Sanguine Summoning to 2 and the next is Prosperity to 2, or maybe 1. I don't care really, but I think that this card at 3 is just a generically really good card that has been accepted to be at 3, but I do think that this at 2 or 1 is a good hit, and also would make Tempai a little bit less consistent. Then we've got one card for the upcoming Whitewoods release, which Whitewoods, if you didn't know, is pretty much Centurion 2.0. It is also using the Centurion engine they will just do their Whitewood stuff and then go into the Auxilla, and then Auxilla search field spell, and then you will just Calamity Lock your opponent. Even better, even easier. And yeah, I just think Calamity should get hit, and yeah, that's basically all I'm saying. And I just don't think toxic things like this should be in the game. And yeah, then we've got generic links and also generic floodgates. So generic links, I've got the Promethean Princess, the Zelantis, IP, and Appaloosa. And with these, I just want to say, I don't think these will get hit this ban list. Appaloosa might get banned somewhere, but right now I don't think, because the Rarity Collection 2 is just 1 month ago, and if they ban it right now, people would be really mad, because at least you could play Baron for half a year and then it got hit. But for these, it's just, if they ban them right now, this would be super, super toxic from Konami. But maybe we'll see that, I don't know. But also without Appaloosa and the IP Masquerena, your opponent will not be able to, especially in Snake Eyes, do a really, really good end board. So I do like the idea, but I don't think they will do it. And then Zelantis, okay, it's an OTK. It's a little bit toxic because it does not only OTK, but it also pops 3 cards from your opponent. But Konami never really had a problem with OTKs. Like, they never banned the access code, they never banned the Borrowed Sword Dragon, and they didn't ban any other OTK options, so why would they do it right here? And that's why I don't think it will get hit. And the Promethean Princess might get hit somewhere, but with also supporting other fire decks, I don't think that this will get hit right now, because Salamangreat is really good with the Promethean Princess, and it really does help the deck. And it's completely fine. Salamangreat is not toxic and does top somewhere, but is not tier 1 like Snake Eyes. And also with the release of Infernoid in the last, week, this week, whatever, I don't think this will get hit. And yeah, then for the floodgates, we've got Skill Drain. There can only be one, Rivalry of Warlords, Deck Lockdown, and Dimensional Barrier. And so my personal wish would be all to 0, but I don't think they will do it. I think they will just put Skill Drain to 1 for as the other ones. Deck Lockdown, probably they will not hit it because it didn't see as much play, but it did see play. So maybe they'll put it to 1, maybe they won't touch it. But I do think if skill drain got put to 1, they would, all players would just play 3 deck lockdown, and then who cares? And then D-Barrier is really toxic, especially against Brandit and decks that rely on only one summoning mechanic. But it's like they didn't see a problem in the past, so why would they see a problem right now? And that's why I don't think it will get hit. But I would like the D-Barrier at 1, because at 2 is really bad, because you can still use the trap tricks and then set it with it. So yeah, I hope this will get to 1. I hope all the Floodgates will go to 1, and I hope that Rivalry of Warlords will get to 0. But also, Rivalry of Warlords isn't that toxic if you look at it from a non-Snake Eyes player's perspective, because of course this is super strong against Snake Eyes, because they can basically do nothing under the Rivalry except for attacking with the small level 1 bodies. But it's pretty much the only really good out or Floodgate against Snake Eyes. So that's pretty much a reason for this card to be alive when you still have Snake Eyes in the format. So yeah, maybe they will hit it, maybe they will not. But I would like to see all these cards banned, but let's see if this will happen. Yeah, that's it about the video. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you have a good day, and yeah, goodbye.